What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Axis Football. You know, me and a friend of mine have been working on NFL rosters. I'll put a link down to his channel in the description if you want to check it out. He actually started to do some breakdowns himself with this game. But I want to talk about Axis Football and catching. You know, I talked about some other games and how they handle catching without catching animations. And Axis kind of uses a system where the receiver's arms control whether he has the wingspan to catch the pass or not, and then his attributes determine whether he can actually catch it. So I want to go through a couple different examples and talk about how I think this is a pretty realistic system, and with some polish and refinement can lend itself to a much more simulation football-based gameplay experience.
Watch for the defense to switch into a nickel or dime set here to take advantage of an extra defensive back or two.
So this first one, obviously you see Winston drops back and look for Cameron Brate, and I want you to notice that when the ball is thrown, Brate has to go to the target, has to turn around, locate the pass, catch the pass, but then it impacts his ability to get going back upfield once he's made the catch.
Play of the drive for the away team.
33, ready.
Drops back, tosses a pass for just a few. He's tackled at the 27.
So similar to that example is this terrible pass animation, by the way, from Luck over to Kamar Aiken. I want you to notice how Aiken catches this pass off to his right. And when he does this, he actually has to completely turn around, stops all of his momentum and progress, and then he's able to start running upfield because of the way he had to adjust to the catch itself.
Coming out in the gun.
Greens, hike.
The away team. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
And lastly, with this example, you know, we talk about consistency in gameplay. When I have a receiver crossing the field and I know where the defensive players are, you can put a pass out in front of a receiver and know that he's either going to run to that point and catch it, or you're going to lead him to catching it. And the reason that's important is because I'm not relying on an animation triggering to have him catch this ball in front of him, which really is where I needed him to catch it to be safe from a defender making a play on it. When you throw this pass in games that are animation dependent, you don't have total control over that animation. So when you have this ability to have the receiver's arms dictate whether or not he can catch a pass or not, and his ratings actually determine whether he's able to catch something by locating it, to me, it has a lot more of a simulation football experience. Now, this game obviously needs some work with graphics and other animations, but that's beside the point. The core of it is gameplay. And in my opinion, when you have gameplay like this where you position a pass determines whether a receiver can run in the open field, or how a receiver actually physically catches the ball determines whether he's going to have momentum when he catches it, and then obviously, like we just showed, when you have a receiver that's being led, how you can protect it from defenders based on where he's located, that's really important, key, fundamental things of making a football game that we've all wanted for a very long time, and in my opinion, we can tell not always easily achievable through a combination or a large library of animations of catching and receiving. So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this. I appreciate you checking it out, and you know that I'll be back in the week with more commentary.